Om Shanti, good morning.
Om Shanti, good morning.
So today the thought was to maybe go a little deeper into the Murli that we experienced yesterday, where Baba was mentioning about the angelic stage, the angelic form. Baba sees all of us as angels. Baba wants us to reveal him through our angelic stage. So the thought was together for a few minutes today, maybe we can collectively create that consciousness. So let us begin by taking a few moments to experience our flight above the story, above the drama. Let us drop the story for a few minutes. Anything in the story is not important. And I experience myself being pulled by Baba, the angel that Baba sees in me, Baba invokes in me. Baba is taking me above and beyond in his angelic realm. There I'm completely detached and I'm completely loved by Baba. I experience all relationships with Baba relationships with the world out there are through Baba. Baba takes the center stage of my life. And as Baba sends me back into the physical dimension, I carry with myself Baba's light, Baba's love, which is then shared in the world. Baba said to reveal Baba through our face, through our activity. There is one angelic stage that we practice out of the 5 forms. We practice ourselves being an angel. But then to reveal Baba through our face and activity as an angel, it's like so that our life becomes angelic. Our every action, our every interaction becomes angelic. It's like the consciousness becomes angelic. The mind becomes angelic. The heart becomes angelic. And the actions become angelic. And so Baba was saying to follow Brahma Baba. And Baba was saying, just like Brahma Baba, whilst having all the responsibilities, remained as an angel, was completely detached and loving. And so today the thought was to maybe spend a few moments together to reflect deeply on this consciousness or the mind of an angel. How does the mind of an angel feel like, look like, and what we can learn? Slides visible to everyone. Can we all see the slides?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. So the mind of an angel. Like the real effort is to take our consciousness repeatedly from this corporeal world, the world of name, the world of form, the world of matter, the world of space, the world of time, into our world where we live. This is the world of body, and that is the world which belongs to us. And so just like Brahma Baba, when Sandeshis used to go to the subtle regions and say, Baba, we saw you, but you were different. You were completely filled with light. And here in the corporeal world, we see a slight difference in your face. And so Brahma Baba then made such effort that towards the end, when he became Avyakt, towards the end, only the Avyakt angelic form was visible, even whilst he was in the corporeal world. And so the real effort beyond whatever is happening on the drama level is this, to experience over and over again, to take my mind up above there. And so to repeatedly make that perspective very firm, very firm. So I see everything from up above. So the physical dimension is the dimension of the 5 elements. And we see the 5 elements are the earth, water, fire, air, and ether, or space. And these 5 elements are in a way linked with the 5 senses that we have. So the 5 senses: sound, touch, form, flavor, and odor. And so if you look at the subtlety within the elements, the most gross element is earth. And so earth is like connected with sound, touch, we can touch it, we can see it, flavor, odor. And so if we take one step towards the subtlety, let's say from earth to water, there's no odor. From water to fire, then there is no flavor. Then fire to air, then there is no form. And air to ether, there is no touch. And so if we move even beyond the ether, it's like moving from gross to subtle. So when we say subtle regions, it's like moving from this physical dimension into the subtle. And beyond then this physical dimension of the matter, the senses, is then the dimension of the soul, silence. And the soul, I cannot listen, I cannot touch, there is no form, there is no flavor, no odor. So we call it the angelic, means the dimension or the sky beyond the sky. So as angels, we live up, we stay up, we fly up in the sky, which is beyond the sky. And from there, we then look into the world down below. It's a very nice quote. It says, true creativity flows only from stillness. So this dimension beyond the physical world, when stillness becomes conscious, the spiritual dimension enters your life and you begin to be guided by an intelligence far greater than the human mind. The human mind just works with the limits because the physical world is a limited world. Like today Papa was saying in the Murli, everyone wants to explore the limits of the world. But the real world is unlimited, beyond. And so angels are creative beings because they have tasted the stillness beyond the senses. And so these senses are like sensors for us angels to experience this physical dimension. Nothing much more than that. But when I realize that there is another dimension which is beyond these senses, and that is the sky, beyond the sky, where we all live as angels with Baba. And so if we see this physical world as a box and our dimension as the real dimension where we live, it's like developing, making this perspective very firm. And we realize that from that dimension, even right now, if I experience from that dimension, I have entered into the physical dimension. This physical dimension, nothing of this dimension belongs to me. Not even a single atom of this physical dimension belongs to me. I cannot take anything from here back home with me. And I realize that I am on a journey. There is an entrance, but there is also an exit. I've been on this stage for 5,000 years, and now it's the time to go back home. And I see this entire physical story, this stage, as extra. Meaning I don't need it. It is there, I'm using it, but it is extra. It's like something which is extra for me. I don't create attachments to it. If I have 10 cups and if you say, Saurabh, can you give me 1 cup? I say, please take it. Because it is extra, I don't need it. But if there is just 1 cup and if you say, Saurabh, can you give it to me? Then I'll think. So this physical dimension, this physical role, extra, just like Brahma Baba. For Brahma Baba, he had this clarity, extra. And when the consciousness is that this is extra, if it is there, it is good. If it is not, it is good. Then there is this clarity, timelessness, and security. I am secure in being myself. I don't need anything from the physical dimension. Not even anyone's respect, not even anyone's acknowledgement. But my only purpose to come here is to just activate Baba's energy in the physical world. And then it's like when this becomes firm, when I'm secure in being myself completely, then it's like the treasures that are trapped within the soul, they begin to emerge. Peace, happiness, lightness, love, concentration. It's like then my activity, my actions are filled with peace because mind is secure. And so the mind of an angel is a secure mind because the angel knows that everything is extra. That's why all relationships are with the one, nothing here. Angels are not pulled by the gravity of the physical dimension. And so if we look at from a very simple example of two worlds, one garden, two worlds. So if we go into a garden, there are two worlds. One is the world of an earthworm, and the other is the world of a butterfly. So in the mud, there are earthworms also. But then if we look in little up above, then there are butterflies. So the life of an earthworm is the life of ego. So life ruled by ego is a life brought down to the ground. Ego is obsessed with the story, either worrying, complaining, or indulging in the story. It is a life with stones, shells, and mud. It is a life with stones, shells, and mud. That's the life of ego. And so that is the mind which is pulled towards the ground in the physical dimension. And the life of an angel, the life of a butterfly, it sees the sky. It sees that all are good and sees the virtues and greatness of others. It sees the angelic souls, that all are immensely lovely, that all belong to God, are loved by God, and worthy to be loved by all. Their life is a celestial dance, and they help others to discover their own dance. Like the other day, Baba was saying, we will go home and then we'll go in the golden age and dance. This inner dance, this dance of celebration, of being light, being loved by Baba, loved by everyone. So the life of a butterfly is what our real life is, the life of an angel. And so when we say following Brahma Baba, and we say the 18 steps that Brahma Baba, from human to an angel, the steps from a human to an angel, from the consciousness of being in the physical dimension to seeing the sky. These are few thoughts by Brother Anthony Strano. That's very beautiful. Maybe some of us may have read these before. Humans ask, angels trust. Humans analyze, angels know. This is the expression of the angelic consciousness in the physical world. Humans wait, angels create. Humans judge, angels discern. Humans separate, angels embrace. Humans correct, angels inspire. Humans learn, angels remember. Humans process, angels are. Humans measure, angels donate. Humans justify, angels reconcile. Humans defend, angels accept. Humans diagnose, angels heal. Humans criticize, angels empathize. Humans love, angels cherish. Humans think, angels feel. Humans speculate, angels realize. Humans hear, angels listen. Humans speak, angels don't. So let's just take a moment and absorb these words. And we allow this consciousness to emerge. Consciousness of being in nature. Just like Brahma Baba had 3 words: Nirakari, Nirvikari, Nirahankari. Incorporeal, viceless, and egoless. A very easy way to understand these words is the incorporeal. Corpse is a body, person. Incorporeal, no person. The consciousness of an angel, no person, no role, no story. Viceless, nothing personal. It's nothing personal. I don't feel there's something personal. So I don't get offended by anything. Egoless, no personality. Means I'm not influenced by anyone's personality. So no person, nothing personal, no personality. It's like I'm only influenced by Baba's personality. So that allows me to experience Baba. Experience being an angel like Baba. And so we'll end with this. Angels are God's instruments to spread his light of love in the world. Farishta, all relationships, that is Rishta with the One. We're all angels. जिनका फर्श से कोई रिश्ता नहीं, अर्श से, where Baba lives. And we're all angels. We're all Baba's instruments to spread his light of love in the world. Om Shanti. So maybe we can take a moment, just experience emerging the angel within. Completely loved by God, detached from the old world, living a life of celebration, celestial dance. Like a butterfly. And as angels, when we descend on the earth, Baba uses us to spread his light of love in the world. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Maybe we can open up and share a little bit our experiences, our inspirations. Please feel free. Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Baba. These means kind words, means Baba's gyan you have given. And this is my experience within this 1.5 year journey in Brahma Kumari. That the thought process always gone change. That thought from that ordinary normal thought to go on to the elevated thought, and waste is going to means is waste is going down. That is a you are really rightly said that we are the angel, means as like a butterfly. Yani, that warm we like butterfly that it is in a warm form. It is having a lots of waste. When that is reduced, then is go from flying to Yanagi is an angel. So these feelings, the thought process, thought process is going, making him lighter and lighter and near to Baba. And so that's experience I am getting. Thanks, Baba. Thanks, this parivar, and giving lots of things and enjoying the life of celebration. You are rightly said. It's a life of celebration. Om Shanti. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Very nice, Kalpesh Bhai. Thank you for sharing.
In experience, the living examples are all sisters at this center. The moment we enter any of the centers, Baba's house is across, and we see sisters' face. There's so much of serenity, so much of welcoming space, right from there. Just in this Murli, Baba speaks about making people light and also bringing light to the darkness in the world. I'm sure anyone, the first time when I entered the center, first day of my Raj Yoga, I still remember after meeting up with the sister, I had an experience which was speechless. So much of peace, serenity. And then I feel is reflection of what Baba says, follow Father and become an angel. So that's the experience I putting across.
Nice. Yeah. Mhm.
Survey, as you rightly had put that slide, which speaks about 18 distinctions between a human being and angel, and practicing an angelic swarup in yoga. Invite you to share your experience. How do we constantly look at practicing this while we are sitting in yoga?
Yeah, no, that's experienced. What works for me is just this feeling of being in the cocoon of Baba's love. It's like in a space where nothing else matters. It's just enveloped in Baba's love. It's like there's only one Baba that is there for the soul. No one else, really. Because everyone, the world of roles is different. And so with that realization, once I drop the labels, the names, the forms, I subtract the names, forms from everyone. And just everyone is a soul. I am a soul. And I'm loved by Baba. And in that, the experience, to the extent that the soul feels loved, then it's like the angelic consciousness automatically emerges. It's like Baba takes over, then Baba's light just spreads and radiates, just like we used to see in Dadis. Their faces would be so radiant, and as you said, all the sisters, And so then this distinction, then we are able to see, like humans analyze, right? Angels don't analyze. Like humans process, but angels are. Then the mind doesn't like to process a lot of things. It's like, then this transition automatically, naturally happens. Humans diagnose, angels heal. Humans just defend, angels don't defend themselves. Humans will measure, it's like consciousness a lot. It's like, so these are in terms of like when I come onto the stage, then my actions are not to measure anything. It's like just to freely donate. Then the consciousness automatically emerges. And that's when we listen to stories of Baba, Brahma Baba, Dadi, seniors, it's all operating from the angelic state of being. So it all emerges naturally by being loved by Baba. Sure. Any other thoughts? Is that any other thoughts?
If we look at the slide of Nirakari, Nirvikari, and Nirahankari, and the explanation that you spoke about, would you please take on to elaborate a bit on how do one practice this? So when we say no person, nothing impersonal, and no personality. Now, yeah, it's easy said and done. Any experience that you would like to share on how does this support in practical life? Of course it does, but to get into that awareness and bring that agility, anything that you would give us as a thought and a practice that will allow us to look at being in this state.
Right. It's like holding on to a person. It's like person. If I am remembering a person, any person, including my own story, and many times, whenever I feel, the mind becomes a little heavy by, like Baba was saying in the Murli, that to maintain the angelic stage whilst holding on to responsibilities. And so I feel that whenever I'm thinking too much about any person, including this role of Saurabh, then the mind tends to become heavy because I'm carrying a person in my consciousness. So in corporeal, it's like I repeatedly, then when I tell myself, no, it's no person, na vyakti, it's na vyakti, no vyakti. It's like avyakt. Avyakt is avyakt. No, vyakti nahi hai. It's just the pure being, the pure consciousness. There's no vyakti, no person, incorporeal. And so when I repeatedly tell myself, then I begin to experience that incorporeal stage very easily. And so be it at work or, in Baba's Seva, many, that's a daily, kind of practice. I'll tell myself, if there is any Vyakti coming again and again, then I'll try to subtract it, the name, the form. Yeah, so just say, no, now Vyakti, no person. Because the reality is that the person is just, it belongs to the story. It is not real. It's fictional. So that the moment I'm able to see it as a fiction, as a story, just like a movie, it's a fiction. Right? So the more I'm able to see it, then the more I'm able to let go of it. And so with that comes then the personal. So if there's no person, because every vice emerges from personal, it's attachment. We say personal. anything which is personal, I feel it belongs to me, then I have attachments to it. And so nothing personal, there's nothing personal in this. It's all a game happening. And then there is no personality. It's like no sanskar based in, rooted in body consciousness, role consciousness, then affects my mind. So egoless. And so it starts from incorporeal to viceless to egoless. It's like just an inner work, inner realization that happens for me. Person, no person. The person belongs to the story, but we belong to the sky.
Thank you, Saurabh, for explaining this. And while you were explaining this, what I was getting is when we speak about incorporeal, no person. So, for example, in service, whether it's going to be Lokik or Lokik, considering that we are trustee, we are just Nimit soul, and hence that body consciousness doesn't exist. Is what I was getting. And when we speak about nothing personal. So, for example, if we get feedback from anyone, we don't take it personally. Because usually what happens is we don't take feedback as feedback and we get into defending as to why I did a particular stuff. So I was just looking at how can one practically look at in day-to-day life, and I was getting present to all of this while you were talking. Then we speak about egoless, no personality, and as you mentioned, not getting hooked to a role, but getting into soul consciousness. So, there might be, or maybe I'm playing a role of managing an organization, but am I operating from that role on the title every time? Then I'm operating out of ego. But while I leave it and I say myself that I am here playing this role and I'm an instrument, it is Baba's work, the whole atmosphere, the whole environment within absolutely shifts. And that I'm talking out of experience 10 years back, how I used to operate managing a team, and what is now the place is everybody has an experience of sharing what's there in their mind freely. So these were a few things which were just showing up while you were sharing how you practice it. Om Shanti.
Very nice, Rakibet. Thanks for sharing. Yeah.
Sukmaran Bhai, Sandhya Ben. Anything would you like to share?
We have an angel of chocolates here.
Yeah, that's Shivani Ben.
Very nice.
Yes. Yeah, we all are experiencing the angelic stage. So let's now dance in the angelic stage with your wonderful voice, Saurabh Bhai. So invite you to take on the meditation.
Yeah, no, sure. So let us experience flying up above with Baba. जी करता है बाबा हम पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए। जी करता है बाबा हम पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, जो पिंजरे से उड़कर पंछी नील गगन में जाए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए। जी करता है बाबा हम पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए। कोई शय ना भाती है, अब याद घर की आती है, करे इशारा किरण तुम्हारी, जैसे हमें बुलाती है, तेरी याद में समा के हम तो तुम सा ही बन जाए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए। जी करता है बाबा हम पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए। अंबर से भी पार है मणियों का आगार है, परम शांति विश्राम यहाँ पर, ज्योति का भंडार है, परमानंद सुधा नैनों से वसुधा पर छलकाए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए। जी करता है बाबा हम पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए। ओम शांति। Thank you, Baba. Thank you, family. Have a nice day. Baba.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Saurabh. Thank you, Trivan family. And we shall meet tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om
Saurabh
Shanti.
bhai.
Thank you.
Shanti. Thank you, Saurabh bhai.
Thank you. Shanti.